Numb by Linkin Park features a very cool synthesized keyboard intro, which we're going to do on guitar, and it's going to sound something like this. Now, along with this video and a link to the original so you can hear it, and your PDF file, which I hope you've got in front of you, where it says capo fret 2, you'll notice over here my guitar does have a capo at fret 2, but for the intro tab we're going to pretend the capo is not there. So fret 14 is normal fret 14. We're not counting 14 from the capo. Okay, one more time for the introduction. Pretend there's no capo. We'll take it into account when we do the chords. Now, also with this particular study, you're going to get an audio file which I put together, which is just basically bass and drums. So you can hear the quiet introduction, you can hear the whole drums come in, and then you can hear it fade out after you've played the intro twice, and when it goes to then we play this. And here's the backtrack and me jamming it. Notice that my fingers have a little nervous twitch. That's called vibrato. Now, if I were to play it without vibrato, sounds cool. If I play it with vibrato, sounds a bit cooler. But let's go to the notes first of all, and we're going to start off at fret number 14 on your second B string, and the first four notes are going to go all on the second B string. 14, 17, 14, 19. There's the vibrato because you're going to hold that note. Then you cross over to 17 and 16 on your 1E string. 17, 16 with vibrato as well. So one more time through, if we put that entire first bar together. And now for the second bar. First three notes on the 2B string, but the fourth note is going to be 17 on the 1E string. Go back to the 16, also on the first E string, and finish off the 17 on the 2B string. So your second phrase is going to sound like that. Now I'm going to play it one more time through with the beginning. I want you to listen for how quiet the first part is. And you can hear the drums joining us for the second time around. And also this leads in. So you're going to hear 1, 2, bum, bum, bum. And as I play that note, you're going to hear the bass guitar and the bass drum just kick in to start the band. The reason for me doing that last note when I went to put this finger over it is because while I'm holding this note here, I want to make sure those strings can't make a noise. So the purpose of my first finger is just to lie on those strings to make sure no string noise gets off. Because with overdrive distortion, string noise, very easy to hear. That's your introduction. It's as simple as that. Now, if you're playing an acoustic, all you do is you go -2 with everything. So I was going to show you quickly, not -2, sorry, -12. Okay, and the reason for that is -12 is because the 12th fret is going to be your octave, and I'll show you now why on the acoustic this is important. Okay, here we have an acoustic, and you can see, if I zoom out a bit there, that to get from 14, 17, 19, still sounds pretty cool, but you can see it's really high up. And also not all acoustics have got this section to help your hand get in there. They call this a cutaway. So if you don't have a cutaway, we've got a problem. Now there is a way around this. I've left the capo off just to show you the concept. you'll notice that all guitars have got a double dot. That is the octave, so everything's repeated. Now, I said when I was still playing the electric, all I do is I go -12, so 14 becomes 2, 17 becomes 5, 14 again is a 2, and then 19 is a 7. So check how nice this is going to work. I'm going to just turn the camera a bit more round so you can get a better view of the neck here. And check this out. And then the last part. And because the frets are so much wider, I put a slide to help me get to that, because to simply jump is a really, really fast jump. So a little slide there sounds quite sweet, works nice for the acoustic, and you can still play the song. There we go. But back to electric now. We're going to go to the chords now, and now we do take the capo into account. So when we played the intro, fret 14 was fret 14, we pretended it wasn't here. And when we play the chords like we're doing at this part of the video, he suddenly exists. Okay, your chords, normal E minor, I'm sure you're familiar with these chords, but if you're new to guitar and you really want to play the song, it's a really nice one to start with. C chord, G chord, and D chord. And the diagrams are on your PDF file as well, so if you're not sure of the chords, just drop me a WhatsApp and I'll send you a more dedicated one. I don't want to spend too much time going to the chord shapes now. Now, for the intro, the song's dynamics for this song are there's quite a large contrast. In other words, he starts really quiet and the whole band comes in thundering, and then it drops back for the vocals and the chorus goes loud again. So there's a lot of sort of quiet, loud, that type of dynamic which makes the song so successful. Now, for the intro, when the first one goes and he starts that, what I suggest doing if you're jamming it in the band or with a friend of yours, just go, just one strum on each chord. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Nice gentle strums, not this. Because that's just really, sounds mechanical, sounds very brash. Try and just roll the fret, roll the pick, across the strings. Nice and gentle. And then when it goes to the second time, so after you've done that whole riff and you go to the second, and you can hear the drums kick in and the bass kicks in, the whole band's thundering. If you're playing acoustic, I would suggest something like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. And the rhythm pattern's really easy. The rhythm pattern will be on your PDF as well, but slow motion: down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's as simple as that, and you can change it. So if you want to add a bit, see the little flick there? If you want to put the little flick inside there that works for you, do it. But think loud, think noisy. So once he's finished doing that now, so you've done one quiet version of that, and the second time it's gone loud, and you finish up with the, and it holds there, the vocals start. Now, it's not as quiet as the beginning because the drums are still busy holding down, although you can hear they've pulled back a bit. So try something like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. It's simple. 1, up, down, up. It's really as easy as that. Now, if you're singing the words, the chords make sense. So basically, just as a summarize, to give you an overview if you're not into the singing part, simply go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, that's one bar in essence, down, up, and then you do one bar of each chord. So if you're playing through with me now, in fact, let's try it. I'm just going to get left and right hand a bit more into the view now. Get your E minor in place, and we're going to go through with this rhythm, the whole verse, you and I together. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, C, down, up, G, down, up, D, down, up, E minor, one more time, C, G, D. Now what's the C here? When it goes caught in the undertone, D, back to E minor, and C, and G, and D. And then you've got your chorus, and the chorus you can go really loud again. In fact, try and create your own rhythm. In fact, try and take the original rhythm you used at the beginning now for the introduction. Try and copy that and make it even more busier, because the band goes really, really loud. And if you do have an electric guitar, you can do something like this as well. We can add power chords. So I'm going to switch on my overdrive. I'm going to change my pickup to the back pickup, and you can get. And I'm just going to show you those power chords, because you can actually do this on acoustic guitar, which I'll show you now, and it does sound cool as well. So you can get quite a nice dynamic out of your acoustic. Just first of all, the shapes. Here's my E power chord, only strumming strings 6, 5, and 4. For the C, I take it to a C power chord. That's a fret 3 from the capo, new fret 1, new fret 2, new fret 3. There's my C, strumming from the 5th, 4th, 3rd string. When I go to G, it's up a string, and I'm strumming 6, 5, 4. And the D is going to be here, fret 5 from the capo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to be also strings 5, 4, 3. So your chorus is going to be something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's your C5, G power chord, different angle. There's your C, G, and you play it through twice and go quiet. Now I'm just going to take us through that on acoustic as well, so you can appreciate the difference of the dynamics. And on acoustic, same rhythm for the first verse, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, and G. Sounds really cool on acoustic as well. Just remember, there's a little twist after the second time round. After that, now caught in the undertow is C, D, and then back to E minor, C, G, D. And then you've got your chorus, which you can either do really loud. You can hear the whole level, the whole dynamics gone really loud. Or we said you could also do power chords. Check this on acoustic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, nicely it drops the dynamic there. So that's how you can come out from your chorus to your verse. So just because you're not playing electric doesn't mean you haven't got really good control out of your loud and soft, your dynamic of your guitar. So I want us to get used to driving the guitar nice and loud. And from that nice and loud to nice and quiet. And loud. I want you to play with that and get used to controlling your guitar's volume. If there's any questions, please give me a shout. The song is really straightforward. It's a really awesome song to do. And as we said, you can do that whole on acoustic as well. It works really nice. Or you can take the capo off and you can do the intro down here. You've got variety. The only catch with that over here for the intro is it makes it very difficult to suddenly put the capo on. Or you can pretend that here's our fret 2 and you can do this. Sorry. And that could also work. And then you don't need to worry about fretting 2 because the capo is doing it for you as well. If you get stuck, need any help, drop me a WhatsApp. Otherwise, have an awesome day. Looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.